Alright, so now that we've beaten the first quest, let's go ahead and find some of those others out here and do some exploring. Alright, so we'll move over this way here. Get that guy. There's another Sahagin. We'll get him. There's one up here, so let's get him while we remember. Alright, and up here you can see we're going to get number 10, and we'll get some XP for that. Alright, so we got 100 XP, and now we want to kill 25. I see another guy there, so I'm going to jump down into the water and swim over here. When you get close to this guy, a bunch more pop up. So we'll go ahead and get them all as they come over to us. Our hireling runs out, bringing some other friends. Alright. So, got this guy. Now if you look, there's this like shrine here inside the tree. This is another explorer and a shrine. Should be another guy around here, so let's get this guy. So you can see there's just kind of water. There's actually one of those invisible walls out there, so you can't swim too far out. But if you look over here, this little area here with the spike things coming up, that's the first area that you can find a rare encounter. If you see a guy there with a red name, it means that you found the rare encounter. So it looks like we did. So we'll move up here.
The Sawagin keep close tabs.
So it's another explorer, and the red name is our rare encounter. Once you kill him, a chest appears. Alright, let's open that up. A ring of alertness gives you move silently 3, spot 1. I'm going to take that, yes, and I'm going to replace my water breathing ring with that. Okay, let's go back down. Now you got some options here. You can either run up this right side or the left side. There's a bridge that connects them, so it doesn't matter too much. But you want to pick one or the other. I'm going to go up the right side because there's a couple more explorers that we can get up here. So let's go up this side. This guy here, can we get his attention? Oh, I can't get up there. So let's go up here. We'll go up. And besides that bridge, there's also this platform up this way. If you go up the platform, there's another explorer and a couple guys to get. So there's also, besides the Sawagin, there are cultists out here. So we'll kill the cultists.
Devourer cultists keep a watchful eye over the seas from this strategic lookout.
Okay. Now let's go down here. Now you can go all the way around the mountain this way on this little path here, but I want to try and get all the explorers, so I'm going to go back down and over here. And if you come down to this bridge and the waterfall here,
body of water,
you get another explorer. Now, if you go down this ramp from the top of the waterfall and go down, up the frozen river, you'll come across another explorer and one of the other quests. So we're going to go ahead, move that way. Now, this area right here ahead of me is also the site of the second rare encounter. Here he is. Well, we're getting lucky getting the rare encounters. So Zir's a fire or ice mephit. It's very lucky. 2 out of 3. This is an engraved ring, protection 1. I don't know if that's any better than the dodge one. I'll take it, but I don't think I'm going to put it on right now. But you go all the way to the end, and you'll come across another explorer.
The decrepit catacombs
a shrine,
are slightly obscured by the fallen
and
water.
a quest. So this is one of the quests with the person at the
You enter a musty hall, heavy with silence and the weight
at
of
the dock.
dark
Told us to
stone.
find the person that was kidnapped. So we're gonna go in. We need to find this person. Let's go ahead, open the lever. Okay.
All of a sudden, the sense of rot and
Something
decay
foul.
assail your nostrils.
Open this
Something
lever.
foul is here.
I think we
In
get
the
some
corner,
bats
you see
here.
the glint of metal
There we go,
through some
bats.
cobwebs.
The lever's hidden behind the cobwebs
As
here.
the secret door slides open, you see a magical cell across the chamber. Could it be holding Drechsel?
Now these frozen adventurers, you can break those. Once you break one, they all break and zombies come out. So you want to kill the zombies. Get that potion. And if you look, the person we want is behind this magical field. And again, you can see the 2 crystals, which means we need to find 2 levers or switches or something. So there's 2 directions. So pick one of the directions. There'll be some more guys that pop up. Some skeletons this time, so we'll kill the skeletons. Kill the skeletons. Continue down the path. So here's another door we'll open up. And inside will be a mini boss wagon guy. So we'll take him out. Take out the elf zombie. And here's our first lever. Alright, now we move back. So you can see most of the quests that we've done here in Korthos are pretty short. In general, I would say most quests are about a medium length, and they'll take somewhere between 15 minutes and half an hour. Shorter time, of course, if you've done them before, you know where you're going, things like that. But there are some long quests, some quests that can take an hour or more, and especially some raids that can take quite a while, but we won't get to those till we get to a much higher level. So you can see we passed some gates here. Once you come in far enough, the gates will swing down and these store doors will open, and you'll have to kill some zombies. And once you kill the zombies, the gates will come back up. There should be another mini boss down here. Yes, a Necromancer. As a general rule, whenever you encounter enemy casters of any kind, spell users, you want to take them out as quickly as you can. Otherwise, they'll get up to all sorts of mischief, and you don't want to let that happen. So we've gotten our second crystal, so we should be able to get to the prison now. But when you come back, you'll find that before you can get too close, or once you try to open it, it's locked. So you turn around and you see Jacobi Drechsel hand, which we killed.
Jacobi Drechsel hand stands before you, not alive, but not quite dead.
He's been turned into a white.
He swears vengeance upon
So you gotta kill him again for the second time. He's a little bit more tough this time.
Drechsel hand spits a curse
Then you
and
kill the
swears
skeleton
to return
warrior
again
that
before
came with him.
collapsing in a heap of bones.
Dryad,
Take
you
the
need to
self
heal yourself.
from his remains.
Okay. Now we can get the door. Talk to Drechsel. Okay, rescuers. It's taken by felon dead. If you can assure my safe escape, I will have house to rescue's gratitude. Go quickly. So that ends the quest. Now, if you have... She runs away. If you have a rogue or somebody who can unlock doors, you can get into this chest. But since we don't, we're just going to have to finish off. So that quest didn't take too long. I think it took like 4 minutes. 5 minutes maybe. So not too bad at all. We'll go ahead and
The decrepit catacombs
go back
are
out.
slightly obscured by the falling water.
Okay. So now we'll go back. We've got half the explorers and 2 out of 3 rare encounters. That's not too bad for our first run. Let's go ahead and go to one of the other quests up here. So this time we'll go up the right side to the other side of the bridge. Now, as I'm sure you can tell, I've done this many times with many characters, so I know exactly where to go and stuff to do all this. But you know, when it's your first time playing, take some time, explore, go around. You'll find all sorts of things in these wilderness areas, and they're definitely worth the time in a first or second life, or in a second or third life. Look at that, we got a deed. That's something I should talk about. So we got a deed. So if you open up your main menu, you'll have what's called your monster companion, or monster manual, sorry. And you can look and it'll tell you what deeds you have. So you can click on different types of monsters, animals, things that you've encountered or that you have available. And you'll have these deeds, and deeds give you experience, and it'll also tell you how much you need to finish those. Now some of them are account deeds, so they are for all characters on your entire account. Other ones are just for the character themselves. So like my account deeds, I have Bat Exterminator 2, which means I've killed over 500 bats. But on this character, I only have 1 bat. Only 1? That's sad. Or 2 bats, there we go. This is types of bats. Okay, so anyway, the deeds give you another way to get some XP, your monster manual. So we killed these guys, we'll come over here, see some more guys down here, so drop down, kill these guys, kill these guys, kill this guy. Casters are tough. Alright, so now we'll come over here. We've got 2 ways to go. We can go up this hill, so we'll kill this guy. We can go up this hill, and that's where the other quest is. Or we can go down the hill over here. Now I'm going to go down because this is where the 3rd rare encounter could be. It's a couple guys to kill and an explorer down here. And there are the 3rd type of enemy you'll encounter out here, which are ice spiders. Now the rare encounter would be over here, if it's here. Which it looks like it's not, because we would have gotten a red name spider. So we did not get the 3rd rare encounter. That's okay. Didn't expect to get all 3 in one shot. So go ahead and take care of this adept. And we'll get the explorer that's over here at this shrine. So all these little shrines. Most of the explorers are pretty obvious points of interest. And we just killed 50 people too.
Followers of
there we go.
Make sacrifices to their evil god at this fell shrine.
Now, if you ever get stuck in a wilderness area and you can't figure out where the next explorer is, there is a Dungeons & Dragons Online wiki that has a complete map and points everything out. You can also open up, let's see, if you press L, it opens up your quest journal, and it has a different area, so Korthos Island. If you go and find the explorer for Korthos Island, it tells you the names of the different explorers, and those might give you a hint as to where you might find the explorer. Alright, so now we'll go up here. Take out this Swagan warrior. Right, and then up this way to the aqueduct. I either have a bunch of rats here or a couple cultists. Either way, not too difficult to take out. So you can see that the aqueduct runs all the way to the end. You would think that this would be the explorer, but it's not. It's actually over on that other broken side that we'll go to later. But back behind the aqueduct over here is one of the other quests for the mayor and one of the explorers.
This entrance leads down into an ancient Cameth.
So we'll go ahead and do this one. Alright, so we want to find Arissa, who's the mayor's daughter, and then we can rescue the other villagers as an optional. So optional quest things, or quest objectives will get you extra XP. So when possible, you'll want to do them. But sometimes an optional will not be possible depending on who you have or what you have in your party. Like a lot of times you'll need to be able to get through locked doors, or you'll need to be able to get into a hidden door. You can't do that if you don't have anyone that can find those things or unlock them. Okay.
Resilient
cut through some spider webs.
They don't
Kill some more spiders.
Standing blows from your weapon, though.
Alright. So let's go ahead. Now here's a door. Now if you can target it where it turns red, it means that you can actually knock it down.
The cells in this room hold a number of desperate Korthos villagers.
Alright. We've got a couple different things here. Cultist. Now he just hit that lever as he went past, which lifted up that bridge, but lowered the other one over there. So if we go over here now to this other bridge that just lowered, you can see there's another lever here. And this lever will open this gate back here, which sometimes you can get a rare guy that will spawn in here, but he didn't this time. Hit this lever, and it opens all the gates. So jump over here. Well, it's not Arissa, but we can go ahead and free them. But you got to talk to them to free them, so make sure you check every cell. There's a couple more guys over here. Yeah, make sure you talk to, you look in each cell to find all the people. That's where that backspace comes in handy, because if you can't see them, sometimes you can find them that way. Breakable. Once you've gotten those guys, there's a lever underwater, but all that does will switch this bridge back down in case you accidentally fall down. But there's nothing else down there. So we'll get this barrel. Apple base. Oh, what fell? Some obsidian and dragon shards. Okay, pick those up. Base. Barrel. Barrel. Alright, so when you get to this point, there's two options. You can go down, and when you go down, you'll have a couple people to fight. However, there's a kind of a secret area if you... Well, that was terrible. I made it barely. You'll want to jump across here, and then you'll go and jump over here. Let's see if I can do it. Jump over here. Jump over here. You just kind of leapfrog your way over here like this, and you get to this secret area up here. Be careful though, because you're going to have a skeletal mage that pops up, and he has a field which deals extra damage, and you need to take him out as quickly as possible, so he can do quite a bit of damage if you let him go for too long. So we kill the skeletal mage and gives us an extra chest. Lots of things in there, so we'll loot all. Something dropped over here too. Oh, another crystal. Now you can drop down and you'll fight the Sahagin that come out of these pipes. It will probably take most people 1 or 2 tries to get that jumping around up there down. I think the first time we played, it took a couple tries to get across there. Then you can hit this valve, and that just opens up another room with a shrine, so we don't need to go in there. But over here, we've got a new area. Now, if you want, you can always drop down and break these things. Hopefully you can jump high enough so that you can just climb back up. Otherwise, you gotta climb back up the ladder. If you have a ranged weapon, you can hit them from afar. Alright, so when I get over here, I can spot a trap. But as we know, my search is not very good, so I won't be able to find it by searching. However, I happen to know that this trap is like a spike and a blade trap that's over here on this right side. So if you stick to the left all the way, you're okay. But you can see otherwise, if you try to go through the middle, you're going to be hit quite a bit. What's that? A longsword. That's good. I need longswords, but I like my fire one. Alright, so this next room we'll have a bunch of Sahagin to kill. We'll kill and break things.
You have breached the Devourer's sanctum.
Break.
From ahead
Kill.
you hear a woman's plaintive cry for help.
Copper pieces. Kill. Get the adept. Never let caster go for too long. There's some more barrels. Alright, another barrel. Alright, and there's a lever, so we're going to come back to that, but first, let's get this guy. Now, you've got two options here. Orisa can appear in one of two places. Orisa can either be down here, or she can be up here in one of these prisons. Now, I recommend that you do this one down here first, because there's always a red name guy down here, a little mini boss, that you'll want to defeat. And sometimes Orisa can appear down here. If not, then you'll just go up the other way. And you'll want to go the other way anyways, because you'll want to rescue the rest of the townspeople. Alright, so we'll kill this guy and get the chest. No, caster. Can I trip you?
The
Nope.
evil cult leader will spill
Not too
innocent
difficult to
blood
beat,
no
but
more.
just don't let him get a chance to cast anything. Alright, let's take those. Now we gotta fight our way up the waterfall here. It's dragging us down. There we go, made it. And we'll finish up by going up and getting the rest of the townspeople and Orisa. So we got ransack, so we've got quite a few of the bonuses. You don't need to break anything else once you have that ransack bonus. So getting this lever, we'll open that up. There's Orisa. I'm going to rescue the rest of the villagers first, so talk to them. Yes, you're free to go, free to go. Free to go. Free to go.
The last imprisoned villager
that gave us a little
grasps your
XP.
outstretched hand,
Talk to Orisa.
rising and running for freedom. The
Yep,
Devourer
my father sent me.
feast on
Go
the
ahead and go.
innocent.
Alright,
Not
so that
on
gave
your
us another rank. Now, sometimes a quest will end and you'll actually have an exit that you can take, but you can always click the finish. Now in this case, it makes a difference, because if you take this exit, you end up on the cliffs overlooking that area where we found that first rare encounter. But if you finish, then we'll be back out in front of the aqueduct, which is what I want to do because I want to continue from there. So I'm going to go ahead and click finish, and it will recall.
This entrance
Takes
leads
us
down
back out
into
in
an
front.
ancient Caneth aqueduct.
Oh, there's the rats again, so let's kill those guys. Alright. So, that's 3 of the quests out here down. And next time we'll pick up a couple more explorers and find the next one and set ourselves up for the end quest of Korthos Island. Thank you for watching.